The cooking continues, but today it's grilled salmon. You know how you hear the term, you're throwing it in my face, what you did? I was just on the phone the other day with my friend. And me and him are both like, you know, we consider ourselves to be very passionate, right? Very loving, sometimes fixer-uppers, very visual. And a lot of times when somebody is telling you something they did, you know, because they love you and they're trying to like bring that up, that does not necessarily mean that they're trying to tell you what they did for you, right? To make you feel bad. No, some people do it. Some people are manipulative and they do it. And I get that statement can come off as manipulative, but with the BBL, at the end of the day, beginning of the day, lunchtime, snack time, and nap time, sometimes when you're trying to open the doors up to emotion, right, and vulnerability, you're trying to get someone to see your side and your feelings. You want them to see and understand how you feel about them. So you tell them, at that one point, I did that one thing for you because I love you. Not saying it's right, right? Which I had to understand, because you have to understand how the other person is feeling on the other end. But sometimes it is definitely unintentional, of how the person is trying to make you feel when they're explaining a situation of them doing something for you. Because sometimes we make sacrifices for people, and a lot of people say, well, if you were going to do it to bring it up in my face, then you should have never did it at all. But genuinely, some people do it because they're visual and they're trying to paint a picture and show you genuinely, right? Keyword show. They're trying to show you something that you have to see for yourself anyway. We'd be trying to show people stuff that they have to see anyway, right? That they have to appreciate anyway. But long story short, that thing is brought up because you're trying to show a person like, bro, I cared so much for you that I did that. And you might not even had the money to do it, the finances to do it. You might not even had the time to do it, but you went out your way to do that for that person, to show how much you care about them, right? And a lot of people say, like, don't do things for people if you're going to bring it up in their face anyway. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, when you love someone, and, you know, when y'all are having a passionate discussion and you're not feeling heard, you're not feeling understood, or, you know, you're feeling your feelings are being shut down at that moment. You're just trying to show them, like, dog, like, I'm here. I've done this for you. I'm loyal. Like, I didn't have to do it. And the not having to do it sometimes makes you feel like, you know, you're trying to show them, like, damn, bro, like, I didn't even have to do that. Then sometimes people love to say and bring other people to the situation, which is a whole nother conversation for another time. Don't do that, because at that point you're being comparative, and that just, yeah, that's not it. But to my people who do that, right? Bro, I did this because or, you know, bro, I didn't have to, and you're trying to show this person you love them, like, I know it's gonna hurt to say this, but you can't do it. And that was what I had to learn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody told me, like, nah, you can't do that. Like, if you do things out of your heart, you know, don't mention what you do, even though sometimes you want to, right? You're trying to show this person, dog, I did this for you. But nah, you can't do that, gang. But a lot of times it's unintentional when people do that. They're not trying to make you feel bad, and not saying that they did it only to bring it up later. They genuinely cared, and the only way that they can speak in that moment and get you to kind of see where they're coming from is to say, bro, like, that one moment I did this because I love you and I fuck with you and I care about you. It's not because they're trying to chastise you. It's not because, you know, and it's kind of the same thing, right? Going back to the parents. Well, I put a roof over your head and I feed you and I do all those things. Like, it can come off very like, well, you don't have to do it, and it's coming off as very. So you just have to be very mindful, right? We're all talking to the inner child, bro. We're all trying to heal that inner child. So you have to understand, like, you know, do you want to tell your kid, well, I put a roof over your head and I feed you? And because those things are actions that, you know, don't necessarily, those are things that just don't equivalent to love, because that's what you should do for a child. That's what you do. That's what you should do, right, out of love. But sometimes we just want to show people that, yo, I love you and I did that for you. So I don't know if this video relates to you, man, like, comment, whatever y'all think. But it's a deep situation. But I've learned to just not do that anymore, because it's like, you don't want to make someone feel guilty because of something that you did, because all that's going to do is push them further away. Sometimes we do that for people we love. We just want them to see, like, dang, I did this for you because I fuck with you. Anyways, love y'all. Have a good day. Yeah.